San Diego Comic-Con, Stephen King, and my Dead Zone rewatch continues today on the Ramblog. Hi, welcome to the Ramblog. I'm Nicole Murray, and I'm well aware that I'm a little bit too old to be wearing pigtails, but I felt it was appropriate at being Comic-Con and all. In honor of Comic-Con, I purchased TV Guide's Comic-Con edition. Now, of course, I had another reason. Sam and Dean are on the cover, at least of this particular one. They have about 4 different covers, but that's the one that's near and dear to me, so that's the one I got. Now, there is an 8-page spread on Supernatural, so that's pretty exciting. A couple of pages is dedicated to an interview with Jared and Jensen. Then there's a couple of pages dedicated to the big nasties of Supernatural. A couple of pages dedicated to the filming of the shoujo, because she was only in certain scenes and not in other scenes, and just certain, like when some looks a certain way versus another way. So it was very, very interesting to see how they worked her in. And then there was a quiz by Alice Jester as to how well you know Sam and Dean and the storyline and everything. And then there were also some spoilers. Now, as far as the spoilers are concerned, they weren't anything that I hadn't heard already, but it was really cool to see them written down. First of all, we know Sam and Dean were going to get together pretty fast, and here it's confirmed. They're getting back together pretty fast. We don't know how much time has passed. They didn't even let us know if it's Sam that saves Dean. We just know that Dean's out. And basically, at that time, things are going to work out a certain way, and we're going to get flashbacks about what happened to Dean while he was in purgatory, what happened to Sam during that year. We know this is going to be the Raiders of the Lost Ark year. We know Kevin's going to be a big part of the season. We know Cass will be back. We're also told that there may be a couple of extra characters that we might be interested in that should be back, and some of those include like Sheriff Mills, hopefully will be back, Charlie, and then the other one being Garth. So hopefully we'll get to see them again. It'll be great. Now, the interest too is that there were other shows that kind of sparked my interest as far as helping us get back into things and seeing new shows and stuff like that. First of all, there's a 6-page spread on Fringe, which now that Supernatural is moving to Wednesday nights, we can watch Fringe again. So you might want to check that out. And of course, Nikita has another 6-page spread, so that's going to be great. Now, we had a little bit of information too on Arrow and on Revolution. Revolution I knew I'd be excited about because, of course, it's Kripke's new baby. But the one that I didn't know I was going to be excited about was Cult. And when I was reading up on Cult a little bit that was in there, my John Crichton fangirl heart grew 3 sizes, finding out that Rockne O'Bannon created it. So I'm going to have to be checking out Cult as well. So that's the Comic-Con edition of TV Guide, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more stuff up about what happened actually at Comic-Con. But for now, there's that. I also finished reading The Dead Zone, finally. It was a really good book, and I know a lot of people are always very skeptical about Stephen King's endings, and he doesn't give us that classic American everything works out in the end happy ending. Things work out, and things happen, the protagonist generally prevails, but usually at a great cost. There's something horrible that happens. The cost is great to the people, and of course in The Dead Zone, Johnny dies in the end during a failed attempt to assassinate Greg Stilson. Now, the thing about it is, though, even though Johnny dies, and although he does not actually kill Greg Stilson, he is successful in ruining Greg's career. And the reason why I think it's important that it worked out that way is just that Johnny was able to stay Johnny and not lose himself and not damn his soul by his actions. And I think that in that sense, Stephen King is kind of reminding us all that there are worse things than death. In the end, everybody knows that, what Johnny saw and why he did what he did. And so it's not like they just see him as some freakish person that was, horrible. They see him as somebody who, had a lot of crap happen to him, and he and he did what he thought was right. So it's really, really interesting how that works out. Next, I'm going to be rereading Misery, because I actually have read that one before, and I liked it before, and I really do like Stephen King, and I love the slice of Americana that he gives us, so I'm pretty excited about that. Now, I've been watching the Dead Zone. I finished up season 5 recently. I have one more season to go. Truthfully, the first and the third seasons are my favorite. The fifth had some great moments, but then some slow times. The second and the fourth seasons I thought were pretty slow. Although the fourth season they did have this character Alex, who was a second psychic, who was actually pretty interesting. I wish they'd kind of developed hers and Johnny's relationship a little bit better. So anyway, I'll keep you updated on how the rest of the series goes, and I've really been loving watching it, so I'm pretty excited. Now, I did go yesterday to the yoga studio, and I did get some filming, so I should have that up hopefully next week, but I wanted to clean it up and get everything going before putting it online. So thank you for watching, and talk to you again soon.